Ever wondered how to effectively identify and analyze stakeholders in a project? Well, the process might seem daunting, but it's actually quite straightforward when broken down into manageable steps. Firstly, the identification of stakeholders. The initial step involves brainstorming all possible individuals, groups, or organizations that could be affected by the project, either directly or indirectly. This step requires a thorough review of project documentation, organizational charts, and previous similar projects. Stakeholder identification techniques such as stakeholder lists, surveys, interviews, and workshops can be employed to ensure no stone is left unturned. Stakeholders are then categorized into primary, those directly impacted by the project, and secondary, those indirectly impacted. Moving on to the next phase, stakeholder analysis. Once stakeholders have been identified, it's crucial to analyze their needs, expectations, interests, and potential influence on the project. Stakeholder maps or matrices serve as handy tools to visually represent stakeholders' power, interest, influence, or support for the project. Stakeholders are then prioritized based on their level of influence and interest in the project. Information is gathered through interviews, surveys, focus groups, or direct communication to understand stakeholders' perspectives and concerns. Lastly, understanding the stakeholder impact on the project. Stakeholders can have various impacts on the project, such as providing resources like funding, manpower, or expertise. They may exert influence or authority over project decisions and outcomes, or impede progress through resistance, lack of support, or competing priorities. It's essential to assess the potential positive and negative impacts each stakeholder may have on the project objectives, timeline, budget, and scope. Consideration should be given to the degree of influence each stakeholder wields and their level of interest or investment in the project. It's also vital to anticipate how stakeholders' expectations and requirements may evolve throughout the project lifecycle and plan strategies to manage these changes effectively. In conclusion, by diligently identifying, analyzing, and understanding stakeholders and their impact on the project managers can develop tailored strategies to engage stakeholders effectively, mitigate risks, and ensure project success. So, the next time you're tasked with a project, remember these steps to navigate your way through the world of stakeholders.